Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Adam. Adam is from Los Angeles in the USA. So let's see what Adam has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello. Hello Adam, how are you?
I'm good. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna arrange my thing. There we go.
Yes, perfect.
Okay.
So how things today?
Good. I mean, it's early morning, as you know, here in Los Angeles. So it was basically getting up, looking through the Twitter, the Instagram, checking emails, friends texting back and forth, and trying to have breakfast and then shower and shave for you, so I can somewhat look presentable for you.
It looks perfectly presentable.
All right.
Right, Adam. So you are originally from Los Angeles?
Not originally. I've lived here for about 12 years. I've been in California for about 20 now, about 20. I'm originally from the East Coast, a place called Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania, which is outside of Philadelphia.
I see. And what the best part of living in Los Angeles?
The best part, I mean, the weather can't be beat. I mean, we have pretty much a very temperate climate throughout the entire year. So mostly sunny for most of it. We have the beach, we have the mountains. I mean, palm trees all over the place. Lots of beautiful tan men and boys all over the place. So can't really go wrong with that,
You are in paradise.
What?
You are in paradise.
Oh, well, yes. I guess as close as one can be in a city, I suppose, yes.
And what do you do for a living, Adam?
Well, I do many things actually, so it's a mixture of things. I've had many careers over the years too. Always been kind of in the arts, but I've been in the adult industry for over 12 years. I'm a mainstream actor as well. I just wrote a TV series. My pilot's being shopped around now. And I also read tarot cards. I have a YouTube channel, and I do personal readings as well. So, and I do personal readings from all around the world, in Europe and Canada, and all over the United States and whatnot. So, via Zoom or FaceTime or whatever the vehicle may be, or WhatsApp. You people in Europe love WhatsApp.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Right, Adam. So welcome to William and the Magic Box. Box full of random fun questions, okay? Let's play some music just for us to get a bit in the mood before the first question. Ready? Let's do it. Hope you like the music. Ready for the first question?
Yeah, why not? Let's shoot.
Let's do it. Just beforehand, if there is any question you don't have an answer for, you don't want to answer, always can pick another one, okay? It's all chilled and friendly. Right. First question is, what do you think people need to know about each other before they start a relationship?
To know each other before they start a relationship? Oh boy. I think the biggest question for gay men is, are we going to be monogamous or not? I think that's one of the biggest ones right there on the table. Yeah. Because I see that there's usually a lot of problems with people assuming, and one either cheats behind the other one's back, or we have a I don't want to hear about it kind of scenario or whatever. I think it's actually one of the biggest factors in gay relationships, as far as that's concerned. And then I think it's also getting to really know someone inside and out, because I discussed this in one of my Instagram profiles about narcissism. And it's actually much more prevalent than most people know. And it's very, very, very damaging thing. So you really want to be able to sort of get a sense of person before you sort of involve yourself with this. I think that's definite, absolutely definite.
Do you agree that in big cities it's always difficult to, let's say, carry on a relationship at a long term, or not, in your opinion? In the gay scene, in the gay scene.
I mean, I think it's, no, I don't think if it's even a small town, I don't think it really matters. I think if somebody really is not particularly happy in a relationship for whatever reason, I don't care if it's small town or big town, they're going to find somebody else to be with. You know, come on. I mean, everyone, you know, even small towns, they cheat and they hook up, and that's what these motels are for. You know, the dirty motels in the small towns, that's what those are for. That doesn't matter. I think it's just if you're going to be together and you're having problems or issues trying to relate to each other and you do love each other, then, you know, go to therapy, go to someone who can help you work out some of those issues, you know, if you really want to stay together. But I think, to me, as far as monogamy is concerned, I think this is one of the biggest factors of that, is I believe monogamy of the heart, not of the genitals. The genitals, you know, sex is sex, but the heart, that's a whole different story.
I see. Okay, let's go for the second question. Let's do that. Right, let's go for the next question. What does money mean to you?
Money?
Yeah.
Money just means, it's just a sense of security to be able to do what I want to do. I just see money as an energy, and it took me a long time to just sort of relax and not care about it, like let it just flow. And once you do that and you feel like you're not in a sense of lack anymore, the money just keeps flowing in now. Like literally just keeps coming in, and I'm just very happy about that. But it's to me, it's just an energy. It's a means to an end. It's not the mean. You know what I mean? It provides. There's a lot of beautiful things I can buy, whatnot. It gives me a sense of freedom. You know, of course, we all like to eat and have a roof over our heads. But as soon as like I gave up the idea of this lack mentality set, which is easier said than done, by the way, it just started flowing. It's not even something I worry about or even think about now.
It's very interesting you say that, because I had an interview a while ago with someone, and the person said the same thing about money. It's like energy. As I said, you know, it's just like, it's not even a material thing, you know what I mean? As I said, it can bring benefits, but it's in the air, you know? So, cool. Next question for you. Let's do it. Like your moves, getting there slowly. Right, next question for you is, Adam, if you could go anywhere in the world right now, where would you go and why?
I know where I would go. I would go to Brazil. I've traveled quite a bit. I've been to Europe many times, all over Canada, the US, I've been to Asia, Mexico, but I've not been to Brazil. And you know what? I'm dying to go down. The reason being is because the men are so frigging ass beautiful. I mean, I think though if I go down, I may not come back up. That's the problem. I may just decide to stay down there for good. You know, I do have a European passport, but I don't have a Brazilian one. So, I don't know.
People say it's always a risk to go to Brazil because you don't know if you're gonna go back afterwards. You're gonna be able to come back afterwards. That they say.
Exactly. I just know myself. I'd be like, I'm just gonna stay here.
Funny one. Next question. Next question for you is, if you could give just one advice to your presidents, what would you say?
Advice to my president? I would, you know, to really listen to the people, really what the people want. And, you know, healthcare for all, you know, in new infrastructure, they need to get that bill passed to really start worrying about America and its infrastructure, things like that back at home. I think that's most important. And get out of the fucking wars. That would be my advice.
Cool. I hope you're gonna watch this interview in the future, so you're gonna go like, yes, I'll get it.
Yeah, I'm sure you're like, we take his advice.
I'm gonna get his number to give like a private call so we can kind of negotiate some kind of new rules.
You're like, it'll be like pillow talk. Hey, bye.
Next question. Okay, Adam, before the next question, tell me a little bit about your YouTube channel. What was the inspiration? How you come across the idea?
It was, I went through a dark night of the soul several years ago now, and I started listening to more, I was always kind of into it, but started listening to more tarot readings myself. And when it came to the time when I was expressed by my spiritual team to start reading tarot, and then they had me want to do a YouTube channel. So what the YouTube channel is about giving back to the community. So because if you can take tarot and you use it as advice, that's the most important thing about tarot. So it is really about giving back to the community, hopefully getting through people through some hard times. It is really about raising your vibration, keeping it there, and hopefully if you use tarot for things that might happen, you always have the free will to change those things. So if you look at it that, it's like a lot of people are like, oh, it's written in stone, it's never going to change. No, that's not the case. So you have the power to change things or not. So I think that's the idea of this. So I'm really thankful that I was able to do this, and I do personal readings, of course, which are definitely for each particular person. When you're dealing with the other ones, they are for a collective, for each sign. So.
Very interesting. And it comes a podcast come like every week or once. How does it work?
I was doing every week for quite a while. When I first started, I was doing weeklies and monthlies. It was very busy. Then I started chopped it down to weeklies, and now it's just monthlies because with everything else I'm doing, it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. The readings themselves on the collective stuff is anywhere from like 25 to 40 minutes for each sign. And
wow.
That reading, then you got to go and render it through the computer and put it up into the cloud. All that takes time. And you're dealing with 12 signs, obviously, so just times it by 12.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of work. Yeah.
Do you think if then in the end of the interview, if I would ask you just to get one card, just to regarding our energy during this interview, do you think you'll be able?
The energy at the moment.
So do you want to do it right now or in the end?
We can do. Let's see what the energy is right this moment. Right this
I love
moment.
that.
So what is the energy right now? What are we dealing with here? It's really for the collective. What are we dealing with? Six of Cups, which this is actually perfect. It's in the upright because we are in the shadow of Mercury retrograde right now. And Mercury brings, of course, things from the past back, or there may be reminiscence about the past. Thankfully, the Six of Cups is in the upright, so it means remembering good times, good past situations. So it's funny that this card comes up now because we are in the shadow period of that.
Amazing, very good. Thanks for that. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Next question for you is, what motivates us the most in life?
What motivates me the most in life? You know what? I think it really is a sense of joyfulness, and sometimes that's easier said than done because sometimes it's very difficult to be in a state of happiness. I mean, no one's happy all the time. Don't get me wrong. Most people are just sort of neutral, riding on a neutral wave that's actually just fun. But to find joy and happiness in even the smallest of things, to be thankful for everything in life, even with the cup of coffee that you had in the morning, or to be able to sleep in a nice bed, those kind of things. It is really just finding the small, beautiful things, the joy in that. So.
Do you believe that happiness is a choice?
Yes, it is. And it can be very tough sometimes. Like I said, when you're going through stuff, it's hard to choose to be happy. Because you feel, especially when things are going wrong, or if you just broke up with somebody, you have that sort of heaviness about you until you start healing and whatnot. But it is a choice. It is a choice.
Great. Another question for you, Adam. Right. Next question for you is: if you could be an animal, which one would be and why?
I think, now that I think can it be a mythical animal?
Could be, yes, absolutely.
Dragon. The dragon.
Why is that?
The dragon. Dragons are quite remarkable creatures. I mean, if you're talking about the mythical dragons, very noble beings. I think they get a bad rap, you know, like you always have the knight trying to kill the dragon kind of thing on hoards of gold or whatnot. But to me, that's not particularly the case, not how I see them. I think they're very mystical and magical. I think they're very full of sage advice. So I view it very differently in that sense. And they're very powerful beings, obviously. So that's it.
Next one. Before the next question, tell me, did you always have the support of your family being gay?
Well, when my stepmother found my stash of porn magazines, you remember those? We used to have magazines, not everything on the internet. That didn't go over too well with my father. My father remarried, obviously, and my mom was cool. My mom already knew. My father did not know at the time, and but now he's totally cool. So, and at first it was a little shake up, but I'm also a very strong person, so I'm like, I don't really care, that kind of thing. My mom was always cool with it, but even still, I always had to kind of also supervise my mom too. When I had my first boyfriend come back home with me, and she's like, oh, we don't know if we feel good with you both sleeping in the bed. I'm like, then we'll get a hotel, and that quickly changed. You know what I mean? So you gotta stand up for what you believe in. Now there's never a problem. My father my sister and I are gay, and then my father remarried and had 4 more children, and one of his sons is gay. Well, my half brother. So there's 3 of us out of 7.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Obviously, the genes on my father's side.
Oh, they are back in Philadelphia, or they live as well in Los Angeles? Your family?
My father still lives back in like the Ardmore, Philadelphia area. And so did my mom too. But I do have some relatives out here in Los Angeles. One of my sisters lives in Barcelona, as a matter of fact.
Oh wow!
Here, so as I said, we have our Italian passports as well. So.
Oh, you come across, could be Italian or Spanish. You come across as an Italian or a Spanish person. That's for sure. Looking.
I also get Arabic sometimes too, depending on where I'm at. Yeah.
Me too. Can you imagine people? They look at people. It happened to me so many times. People approach me on the street talking Arabic. They thought I was Arabic. Can you imagine? Some people they go like straight away Brazilian. But so many times people they misunderstand. They think I was Arab. Like so many times, it's really interesting. Right. Next question for you is Adan. Who makes you laugh the most?
God, who makes me laugh the most? That is a good job. I don't know. You know what? I just when I'm with friends, I have a good time and laugh. So I'm just a joyous person. So I guess a lot of times just the smallest, stupidest shit makes me laugh. So it's not a particular person. Like I can't say there's a comedian or anything that I'm like, oh, like this person makes me die laughing. I just would like, it's just being with friends makes me laugh the most, really.
Good. Another question for you. Right, next question for you is, tell us about your best holidays ever and why did you consider that?
You know what, I think my best holiday, I mean, I love Puerto Vallarta, and I think that was definitely one of the things that I enjoyed. The only thing is though, I've had some really good trips down there, and now with the person that I am no longer talking to, at the time, it seemed like the best thing because I was very much in love with somebody, and the love, the water, the moonlight when we were on the boats, and there was one. It was at New Year's. I think I remember we were in the bay, and the full moon was up, and it was a celebration of the New Year. Everybody on the boat was drinking champagne, and it was fireworks were going off, and it was really very romantic. It was. Like TV, movie, romantic, kind of the whole thing. So, yeah.
Cool. Good memories.
Yes. I actually had to search for one for that one, for that particular person. Thank you for bringing that back up again.
Good. Next question. Okay, Adam, and what's the most challenging part of living Los Angeles, in your opinion? Besides the traffic, because I heard the traffic is horrible.
The traffic doesn't really bother me because I don't have like a regular 9 to 5, so I don't like travel when most people travel. It could be some of the things could be the wildfires. That can be problematic. That's very hard because especially when they get closer to where I live. Now I'm in a very city area, it's very suburban city, so it's not like the wildfires are going to come ravaging through this part of the city. But when they are burning and not that far away, it's the plumes of smoke and everything are very hard to breathe, and I'm already asthmatic, so that thankfully these things don't happen very often. I think that would be one of the hardest things to get through is because breathing kind of important. I'm just saying.
Right. Next question for you is, who was your first crush and why you considered that at the time?
I had several crushes, but I think the very, very first one I had was a boy who I took his name, which is why I'm called Adam. I don't know how old I was. I must have been 6 years old, 7 years old, probably. And it was a neighbor's boy. So he didn't live there. He was just visiting his grandparents. And I remember us playing and whatnot. And there was just something about him. I was crushing on him because it wasn't just a regular, we're just friends. Like I remember there being something more. And I've had crushes on men and women, boys and girls, during my school years and whatnot. And it's just something very much an attraction. But at the time, you didn't know or even say it was sexual attraction. It was just something drawing you to them. But I do remember that, and I took his name many years, so that's why I'm named Adam.
Very good, very good. Another question for you, Adam. Next question for you is, tell me what's the most memorable lesson you learned from your parents?
Most memorable lesson. I think the work ethic was very important, instilled by both my parents actually, and I think also to be kind to others. I think that's it really. I was very lucky to grow up in at least a family. Yeah, it wasn't a perfect family by any means, but that had a sense of community and love and joy. That was very much shared. Like obviously, Italian family, we were very close, very, a family that very hugged and kissed and that kind of thing. It was more about gardening and eating and food. So all of that played into it. I think that to be kind and to share with other people.
Very good. Cool. Enjoying the show so far?
Yes.
Good. Let's get another question. Adam, what was your favorite part about school?
Okay. Grade school sucked. I'm very much a very studious person, but I think it was high school where I started coming out to be able to, not coming out gay, I already knew I was gay, but feeling a sense of myself. I was a very shy kid for the most time, until my high school years, where I started to break out of that and become more who I am, become an individual. And that's even still difficult in the high school years. But I was like, I don't care anymore. I was just gonna live my life, and I continued to do that and continue to grow through those years up until now. So it's always constant change. But that would be the thing is starting to find my voice during my high school years.
Have you ever been bullied at school, the fact you are gay? When you were a child? Or?
I was bullied even in my neighborhood and that for being different. And I never knew why, because obviously I wasn't sleeping around with anybody. I didn't even know about gay at that point. But just because I was different. You know, I was a little chubby during my grade school years and that. So they just, I mean, I would get sort of bullied. And I remember the breaking point, and that's which changed everything, is that my brother was getting bullied, but he was younger than me. And I just snapped. I went for the guy that was bullying him and knocked him down like nobody's business. We became friends after that because then he sort of respected me, and it really sort of changed the whole dynamic of everything very quickly.
Wow, I like it. Amazing, very interesting. Are you still in touch with this person?
I was what?
Are you still in touch?
No. I don't know. I don't know anybody from my childhood. No, I really don't. No. I've moved so many times and had so many different careers, everything else. I mean,
Okay. Next question. Next question for you is, do you have any pet peeves?
Do you have any pet peeves? Yeah, several. When people are texting and they have to have every word has to have its own line. Like, you know, yes, send, I can send. It's like, and all you hear the phone go is deep, 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 deep. And I'm like, can you just finish your thought? Just write it on and just send. I mean, I know sometimes we forget things, but it's literally, they're trying to get every word out as you go down, and I'm going, oh. You all hear is deep, 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 deep. And I have friends like that, and so now how I deal with that is I put them on mute, so I don't get that. So I have to, seriously, it's one of those, or one of my other pet peeves is like you may have met somebody on Scruff or Grindr or whatever app or something, and you don't hear from them in a while, whatever. They contact you 3 months from the time you met, and then all you get is a yo or hi. Because I mean, I am clairvoyant, but still, like, who are you? What do you want? What's your name? Where did we meet? Would be great. Explain yourself. Like, I mean, one of my pet peeves. It's like,
Okay.
We're not at a bar. We're not sitting side by side each other. You are writing something.
By the way, which is your favorite city in Europe?
I really do love the UK. I mean, London. I love London. But I do enjoy Barcelona. I've been to Paris, and I've been like all over the place. Yeah, I really do love London. There's something about it that just keeps drawing me back. Paris is pretty, you know, but Paris feels like a museum to me.
I like that.
It feels like, I mean, yeah, it's very romantic looking, but it feels stagnant, to tell you the truth. It just feels a little stagnant. Pretty, beautiful building, but just stagnant. Like, you know, where the UK has kept their old buildings and that, but yet they also new buildings and new energy and things. So you have this beautiful mix.
I see what you mean.
The other one just feels like a timetable, time capsule.
I see.
It feels stagnant to me. Cool. So, and I love you French people, I love you, so don't get me wrong. I love French food, and it's just that that's kind of the feel I have for the city. But I know most people think it's very romantic and lovely, and it's beautiful. It is beautiful. I'm not gonna say it's not. It is. It's really gorgeous. But yeah, I like the vitality, I guess.
Okay. Another question for you. Right, Adam from Los Angeles. Next question is, what are the top 3 things on your bucket list?
There's 3 things on my bucket list. To to go swim with the sharks. I think they do that either in Australia, there's a place, and also South Africa, where you have to go down and you have to dive, and they feed the sharks, and the sharks are swimming around you. That's
Wow.
fun. I know, I'm a little adventurous that way. Two, what would two be? To go to India. I just haven't been to India. And I think the third one would probably be like to see the pyramids and the Egyptian ruins. I've always had a fascination with them since growing up, and I haven't been yet. So that would definitely be on my list of things to do.
Very good. Which one do you think is going to be the first one going to happen?
Probably, well, I was gonna say India, but maybe Egypt first.
You are run away from the sharks, yeah?
Well, the sharks, that's a South Africa trip, or an Australia trip. Yeah, I haven't been to Australia yet. I almost went during one of my other trips during when I was going to Asia. I was in Thailand, and I was thinking about actually flying over, but I decided not to at that point.
Oh, Adam, I have 3 questions left for you.
Yes.
Let's do it. Next question for you is, if you had only 24 hours of life, what would you do?
You know what? Maybe I would just have the biggest orgy. Yeah. Just rent a hotel room and just invite, have everybody, just have sex. Because 24 hours, it's like I can't really travel anywhere. 24 hours, by the time I get there, it'll be done. Yeah, I think it would just have lots of wonderful fun sex. If I was with a partner, then it'd be different. But being single right now, I would probably just have maybe just throw a big party with my friends. I think that would be it. Yeah.
And let's say in these 24 hours, you just could call one person to say goodbye over the phone. Who that would be?
I think it would be my aunt. She's 10 years older than me. She's a freaking marvelous, beautiful person. And we always jived right from when we were both kids. And yeah, I think I would call her.
Oh, that's very sweet. Very sweet. 2 questions left. Let's do it. Right. Before the next question, Adam, in your opinion, for example, when people go through your profile, yeah, what do you think is the most misconception people have over you when they look at your profile online?
It's usually sexual because of the like I said, a lot of the stuff I've done. Even on my Instagram, which is not sexual, that's for my acting and tarot. But I still get oh, I love your videos, or it's a lot of sexual energy, and it's on certain platforms I get it because I've done this for so long, but it's that's not the venue. When I hit Instagram, Twitter is different. Twitter is that it's completely that.
Yeah.
So it is when I meet people, it's this whole idea of, and they see me as just a sexual being. So they have this idea of what their fantasy is with that, and so that is the misconception. It's they don't really know who I am. They just have the idea of what they think I am. So
okay.
People question me, I say, I've changed in my own way, but I really haven't changed. Perception of people's perception of me has changed.
I see. Makes sense. Right. When have you been the most happy?
When I'm the most happy, when I'm creating something, when I'm having sex, yeah, if I'm with a good connection with somebody, with a partner, that brings me a lot of joy because I'm a very sexual being. But also when I'm creating, because I'm a very creative individual, and a fine artist. That's actually one of my pieces of art right there. I've been a fashion designer and whatnot. So in the creative process, that brings me a lot of joy.
Very good. Ready for the last one?
Good.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, Adam from LA. Let's get the last question for you. Right, next question is, what is your most embarrassing moment?
Probably several. Several. The most embarrassing moment. I think in general, what's kind of embarrassing is like when for me, when I forget a friend's name, and I'm just like, and I should know their name, and I'm like, or I give you the wrong name. And I'm just like, that is the most embarrassing thing, because I'm not talking about somebody I don't, someone whose name I should know. Well, I maybe even haven't seen in a while, but I should, is a friend.
Yeah.
That, to me, is the most embarrassing moment, especially when you're introducing to somebody else. I'm like,
You know what? Sometimes I call, when I have a lot of female friends, I just call them darling. Oh, hello, darling, how are you? It's like, just go, oh, hi, darling. It's kind of...
That's one of the things that actually works easier. And the funny thing is, even if I'm with a friend and I come with a friend and we're meeting other people, I'm just like, because I'm sometimes in a different state, I'm like, what was your name? We can be a friend, and I'm just like, you know what? Introduce yourselves. I just leave it at that now, because I'm just like, hey, babe, like I do the same thing, babe, hey, go on. Because, and don't get, like, I do remember a lot of people's name, but at that time of meeting, it's like this pressure of like,
I totally know what you mean. Totally. Okay, it's not the end. By the way, what's your name again? I'm joking. I'm joking. Okay, Ada, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the quick thinking game. So I'm going to give away some words, and you just tell me one word that comes to your mind, okay?
Okay.
Let's start with family.
That was weird. I just thought of a weird association thing. But family, love. Yeah.
Okay. Money.
Power.
Okay. Love.
Joy.
Okay. Life.
Difficulty. Yeah. Sometimes life can be difficult.
How about sex?
Happiness.
Religion?
Occults. But yeah. Loyalty is black.
Politics.
A hammer. I see a hammer.
How about friendship?
Love and joy.
Fear?
Stupid. Just fear to me is stupid. It's like there should be no fear.
Okay. Regrets?
Lessons.
Desire?
Sexy man.
Success?
Wealth, prosperity, and joy.
Okay. Happiness?
Love.
Wish?
A wish. I was going to say the ocean for some reason. I don't know why.
It's okay. That comes out your...
Yeah, it's really weird. But...
Okay. How about if I tell you Los Angeles? One word.
Sunny.
Okay. And if I could find your YouTube channel in one word only, what that would be?
It would be love.
Very good. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your best friend for a cup of tea, and I'm going to ask your best friend. Tell me about Adam. Tell me who is Adam in your opinion regarding the very positive and the very negative part of his. What your best friend will tell me.
Helpful. Very helpful. Probably advice. Giving advice. joyful. The worst aspects, maybe a bit controlling sometimes.
Are you Scorpio, by the way? Your star sign? Are you Scorpio?
I'm a Leo, but I have a bit of Scorpio in me, but mostly Leo, Earth. I think one of the things that maybe somebody could say is they may think of my energy as maybe egotistical or not, but I don't think that's the case. It's just that I come off very straightforward. So you could say that. Yeah.
It can be a positive thing, being straightforward. It can be like a,
Yeah, I mean.
Depends how it comes. Depends how it comes across.
Exactly. It is one of those things. Yeah.
Cool. Let's play now, Adam, and the magic box, and you can ask me a question. But before, hey, Adam, you can ask me a question now.
My question for you is, if you were the only person left on the planet, and you were given a choice to have this beautiful woman to spend the rest of your days with, or this beautiful man, which would you pick? You can only choose one or the other. You can choose both.
Good question, actually. Good question. I mean, I think I would pick a man. I would pick a man because it depends as well which man.
This is a beautiful man. I mean, obviously,
Right. I think I have a lot of connection with women. I've got a lot of girlfriends, very close girlfriends. But again, I think being a man, I think being a gay man, I think we are very connected with the masculine figure. And I think I would, be able to, not even the sexual way, but I'll be able kind of be more connected with the person somehow and understand as well and be more I would enjoy more the journey in a way, being with another male, by my side.
The reason why I said this, that you were the only person left with his other one, would you continue the race with the woman, or would you decide to be with the man? So.
That's true. Good one. You tricked me now. Very good one. I love the question. God, I'm gonna use this question for my podcast. And I'm gonna remember you always. Very good question. You got me now, Adam. You got me in this question. Did you have a good time?
I did. Thank you for having me on. It was wonderful.
Thanks so much for taking your time. I know you're a very busy man, and to work out your schedule to do this interview with me so early morning. What's the time right now over there?
It is 11 o'clock.
Are you an early bird or more the night person?
I do wake up pretty early, but I am still also a person that is always been a night owl as well. So I sometimes don't sleep that much.
Right, Adam, before you go, if you don't mind to share a positive quote or a positive message, something that inspires you in life.
I think it's just always important to remember to really choose love, light, and joy, which is the name of my tarot as well. And it's very important to try to keep our vibrations up high as much as possible. We are going through an ascension right now, the whole planet. And to keep us, to remember just to keep focusing on the positive. And I know it can be very difficult, but we need to be able to get through the tough times. And we've been through some tough times globally as well for all of us. So better days.
Very good. Thanks for your time. Thanks so much for being kind and sweet. And Adam, all the best for you. Thanks so much for your time. Okay, it was a pleasure.
Sounds good. You take care of yourself. All right.
All the best. And I hope you go to Brazil soon. Hopefully.
Okay.
Take care. Ciao. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why do you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.